This is the place for boomers, Boomer Being, with your host, Leslie Neumer.
Welcome, I'm Leslie Neumer with 95.9 WATD FM. Today we'll be talking about general investment strategies. My expert guest is Bill Harris, certified financial planning practitioner and owner of WH Cornerstone of Duxbury. Welcome back, Bill.
Thanks for having me back.
Well, we spoke last week about investing in the new year. Would you describe for our listeners where you believe we are right now in terms of the economy and the climate for financial planners?
Sure. So last year can be a confusing year. The overall market, I think the Dow was up over 24%, but it was very, very misleading. It was what we have a term you'll hear in the media often called the Magnificent Seven. And it was really seven companies that drove up the index. And it's anything that was related to artificial intelligence or cloud computing that really drove that numbers up. The rest of the economy has been kind of flat, and we're going through these rolling recessions. And so it can be a little misleading. The economy is a little slow, but there's some boom areas, as in artificial intelligence and cloud computing and things like that. So again, it can be. I think people might have been lulled to sleep last year, thinking, "Oh, the economy just grew like crazy." And I'm not one for making predictions. I'll tell you that right up front. And if we went back and ran this tape in 2023. You can look at any major financial institution and what their prediction was for 2024. And they were all predicting a major recession and the Fed was going to cut interest rates. And that didn't really happen either. So be wary about predictions and just, again, stick to your plan over the long haul and you'll be fine.
Some excellent advice. What's happening in your estimation with Bitcoin and ETFs right now?
Okay, so recently the SEC came out and said that ETFs can purchase Bitcoins and create products to sell to the general public. I'm not going to comment on Bitcoin, whether it's good or bad. I personally think it's a speculative investment, but I want people to be aware you're probably going to get a big marketing push from the big financial institutions to invest in Bitcoin through their XYZ Bitcoin fund or whatever they want to market it. So just be very well aware that the SEC isn't endorsing Bitcoin, but they are legitimizing what it is. And so funds can now purchase these things. Before they were buying futures contracts and things like that, but now they're going to actually hold it. So I think you might see a big marketing push for that in the new year.
Well, we all appreciate the heads up on that. So, Bill, what are some pointers you can leave our listeners with as we're into 2024 now?
Well, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I think, planning trumps, where I'm putting my money. And there was a great quote that Eisenhower had. He used to say, "In preparing for battle, I have always found that plans are useless, but planning was indispensable. And no battle was ever won according to plan, but no battle was ever won without one." So again, I think it's important that people have a plan. And I think just having the plan and talking about things and stuff like that. Again, the average American spends more time planning their vacation than they do planning out their retirement or their financial well-being. And I think that needs to change. So get a plan for 2024.
Okay, you've heard it here. Get a plan, people. And thank you so much, Bill, for sharing your expertise with us. The new year is the best time to start working with a financial professional on your portfolio. Listeners, you can learn more by reaching out to Bill Harris at whcornerstone.com. And thanks for joining us today on the Boomer Being Show.
Thanks for having me. It was fun being here.
This has been Boomer Being on WATD.